You know, Caitlin Clark doing stuff that just no player has ever done before.
I think she's amazing. I watched every time I possibly could. In our league.
Caitlin Clark has officially arrived, and the basketball world is taking notice. After an unforgettable rookie season, she didn't just meet expectations, she smashed them. WNBA coaches are lining up to praise her, and for good reason. It's rare for a first-year player to make this kind of impact, but Clark has already changed the game. At just 22 years old, she became the youngest player to score 25 points in a playoff game and made history as the only player to lead the WNBA in both assists and three-pointers in the same season. With 62 records broken in just 1 year, she's not just making waves, she's cementing her place in league history.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single.
So what makes Caitlin Clark so special? Why are WNBA coaches calling her a once-in-a-generation talent? What is it about her game that has veteran strategists convinced she's the future of women's basketball? We're diving into the glowing praise from 10 of the league's top coaches as they break down exactly what sets Clark apart. And if you stick around until the end, you might just hear from some legendary coaches who have a few surprising things to say about her too. At the beginning of this video, you heard from Las Vegas Aces head coach Becky Hammon. Before stepping into coaching, she was a 6-time WNBA All-Star and one of the league's all-time greats. Now, as the leader of the back-to-back champion Aces and the 2022 WNBA Coach of the Year, she knows exactly what it takes to build a winning team. Even before Caitlin Clark played her first pro game, Hammon saw the unique talent she was bringing to the league.
Give her her flowers. She's done stuff that no man or woman, black or white, has ever done in college basketball. Give that woman her flowers.
As the season progressed, Hammon's respect for Clark only grew. After seeing her in action, especially alongside Indiana Fever cornerstone Aaliyah Boston, she knew the team was building something special. Hammon didn't hold back. She made it clear that the Fever had a future star on their hands.
I think there's probably an understanding between Aaliyah and Caitlin, too, that they need each other. You know, you both will be better when the other one is better. And, you know, you become a legit two-headed monster with those two.
But Hammon wasn't the only one giving Clark her props. Remember when Minnesota Lynx and Team USA head coach Cheryl Reeve initially brushed off talk about Clark's impact?
The coach of the home team, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side. I mean,
I'll get two.
How about one?
Not even one.
Well, that take didn't age too well. Fast forward a season, and Reeve has completely changed her tune. Now, she's calling Clark a future Hall of Famer and recognizing the huge impact she's already having on the WNBA.
What are some things that you're seeing from Caitlin Clark that stands out to you?
What I think makes her special, I know everyone will talk about the logo threes, and, you know, Steph Curry did that for the NBA, right? Think about his popularity because his ability, this little guy, slight of build, running around splashing threes everywhere, right? It's exciting. So, obviously, future Hall of Famer and, you know, has had a great impact on the game.
So what changed? Maybe it was watching Clark shatter records, or maybe it was seeing her impact on the league's growth firsthand. Either way, the shift in attitude is impossible to ignore. Funny how reality makes people rethink their opinions, right? What do you think was the real turning point for Reeve? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Former Connecticut Sun head coach and current Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White also had high praise for Clark early on. But it wasn't just her shooting that impressed White, it was her role in growing the game. As a former Purdue star who led them to a national championship in 1999 and later played for and coached the Fever, White knows Indiana basketball like few others. That makes her words about Clark even more significant.
Caitlin Clark and the many athletes that are coming into the WNBA are showing that these endorsement deals will follow great players and great ambassadors.
Remember when Coach Steph was backing Clark from day one? Looking at how things have unfolded, it's clear this partnership was meant to be.
I'm, looking at all these things that people are talking about with Caitlin Clark. It's like, guys, chill out. Like, she's gonna be fine. Like, it's 2 games in. Are you kidding me? She's a student of the game. She got better every year. You're not going to just absorb all of the new information that's coming at you in 2 games, in 2 weeks. It takes time, and she will. I have no doubt about it. She's a student of the game. She continues to get better, and these are also points that coaches then address. Hey, let's continue to work on.
Even after her Connecticut Sun knocked the Fever out in the first round of the playoffs, White didn't hesitate to praise Clark. She made it clear that with Indiana's young core, the team is on the brink of becoming a powerhouse for years to come.
The thing that's made this Indiana team, I think fun to watch for everybody is just that they play with so much joy, right? Like they're young, they enjoy the game, they have fun together, and they don't take things too seriously. So there's some good things in that too.
Then there's Sandy Brondello, the 2014 WNBA Coach of the Year and current head coach of the reigning champion New York Liberty. With experience at the highest level as both a player and a coach, she knows the game inside and out. And when she talks about the Caitlin Clark effect, she's not exaggerating. She sees it as a movement unlike anything the league has witnessed since its inception.
Look, I think it's just the whole momentum, the movement that we have at the moment. It's very exciting. And, Caitlin, just the impact that she's had on this city and this franchise, but also on the WNBA.
Brondello summed up Clark's game and presence in one word: fabulous. But it wasn't just her skills that impressed. It was her poise, maturity, and the way she carried herself like a seasoned pro. When a coach with Brondello's credentials calls a rookie that polished, you know she's seeing something truly special.
Caitlin's, she's a fabulous player, so she's going to get a lot of attention naturally. And I think she's handled herself brilliantly, to be quite honest. It's tough for a young kid, but she's got the skills and she's going to be an amazing...
Next up is former Dallas Wings head coach Latricia Trammell, one of the most respected leaders in the WNBA.
I think all the players are excited about what she has brought to women's basketball. I mean, you got to give the young lady credit because she is a incredible talent.
Trammell, known for her grace and sportsmanship, has always been quick to give credit where it's due. After watching Clark rack up a record-breaking 19 assists against the Wings last July, she couldn't help but tip her hat to the Fever star. That level of playmaking is rare, and Trammell knows it. Her praise only reinforced how highly coaches across the league view Clark's ability to elevate those around her.
Everybody's been watching Caitlin. She's a great player. She's playing at a very high level, especially with her assists. Like, there's a lot of shots she turned down because she was looking for her teammates. I mean, that just speaks volume of how she is as a player. Don't know her as a person, but she's a great player. What she does, what she's been doing this since game 1 till now. Got nothing but respect for her. She did her thing tonight. Just awesome all around.
Then there's Phoenix Mercury head coach Nate Tibbetts, who led Diana Taurasi's squad before her retirement. He's had a front row seat to watch Clark in action, and his take is straightforward. Caitlin Clark is a constant offensive threat. Whether she's running the pick and roll or creating her own shot, defenders have their hands full. It's not just her scoring they have to worry about. It's her vision, passing, and elite basketball IQ that make her nearly impossible to contain.
Her presence coming off pick and roll puts you in a, different situation just because of how far she can shoot it from. And I thought we did a good job for the most part. A couple transition threes, but she really...
After the Fever swept the Mercury in the regular season, Tibbetts doubled down on his praise. He gave credit not just to Clark, but also to her backcourt partner, Kelsey Mitchell. It wasn't just about the stats, it was the way Clark controlled the game's pace, created opportunities for her teammates, and turned every possession into a challenge for opposing defenses.
She was getting open. Obviously, Caitlin is an unbelievable passer, and Kelsey shot the heck out of it. So I thought Caitlin made good plays looking for Kelsey. I'm not sure how she was getting open, but we'll have to look at that.
Now let's talk about one of Clark's biggest skeptics, Sheryl Swoopes. While Swoopes has remained one of her most vocal critics, her former teammate and WNBA legend Cynthia Cooper has taken a completely different stance. Scooper, the first ever WNBA MVP and a former head coach, didn't hesitate to give Clark the respect she deserves. She shut down the criticism and made her stance clear. Clark isn't just another great player, she's the future of basketball.
I wish, Caitlin Clark had that experience this year because she's our future.
I wish you knew Caitlin Clark had that experience this year because she's our future. Those were Cynthia Cooper's words, but she didn't stop there. She broke down exactly what makes Clark special, from her court vision to her leadership. Cooper saw beyond just the scoring. She recognized that Clark is the kind of player who changes the game every time she steps on a floor. And when someone with Cooper's basketball IQ acknowledges Clark's greatness, you know it's the real deal.
I'm sitting there like, oh my God. But she's so crafty. This is what people don't know about Caitlin. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer.
And then Cooper took it a step further. She didn't just say Clark deserves a spot on Team USA. She made it clear that adding her wouldn't just benefit the team, but the entire country and the sport of basketball as a whole. That's more than just a compliment. It's the ultimate validation in the ongoing debate about Clark's place on the Olympic roster. When one of the greatest players and coaches in WNBA history makes it crystal clear that Clark isn't just worthy, but exactly what the game needs, there's no argument left to make.
USA basketball experience for someone as young as Caitlin Clark is going to benefit America for years and years and years and years. So, yeah, I would put her absolutely on Team USA.
And if you thought that was the highest praise, just wait until you hear what she said next.
It's just a rookie. That level of greatness, that level of play on a consistent basis as a rookie puts you up in the upper echelon of any league, definitely.
Former Atlanta Dream head coach Tanisha Wright didn't hold back when asked about Caitlin Clark's impact. She acknowledged what so many have come to realize, the Caitlin Clark effect is real, and you don't have to be an Indiana Fever fan to see it. Wright admitted that preparing for Clark wasn't just about defending an elite scorer, it was about witnessing the energy and excitement she brings to every game. Facing her isn't just a challenge, it's an experience.